You're watching WTOC TV, Channel 11, Savannah.
One Marine captain's legacy lives on through the efforts of thoughtful neighbors.
In high definition, you're watching WTOC TV, the Southeast news leader.
To say the Matthew Freeman Project has taken off would be understatement. Good afternoon. I'm Sonny Dixon.
And I'm Jody Chapin. Tons of pens and paper have been sent to children in Afghanistan, all in memory of Marine Captain Matthew Freeman. Today, another milestone announced. WTOC's Brian Enton is joining us now. So, Brian, this project just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yep, and it grew even more today. Lisa Freeman announced there will be a 5K run this Veterans Day. It was originally planned for next year, but because of the response that this project has received, they actually decided to move it up to this year. Now, it has been just over a year since Marine Captain Freeman was killed in Afghanistan. At a press conference this morning, his mother said they've collected 2 tons of supplies in their first 3 months, and they're really hoping to keep that momentum going. Pens and paper for police collect school supplies for any child whose education has been interrupted by war. And as much as this project helps the children, it also continues to comfort the Freeman family.
It's been over a year now, and we're all kind of hitting a point that it's been a little rougher than we thought. But these kinds of things help all of us.
We have an opportunity to take the majesty of this young man's life and turn it into something that's really special for other young lives. And that warms my heart beyond words.
Now, the Freeman Project also thanked Mark Bolton. He's the vice president of Richmond Hill's Rural Co-op. He helped coordinate the delivery of 1.5 tons of school supplies to Indiana, where they were taken by the military to Afghanistan. So a very big thank you to him today. Now, a new video was released on the project also that documents their first 3 months of success. We've got a link to that video on our website. We've also got details of that Veterans Day 5K all on the website, WTOC.com.
Glad to hear you mention Mark Bolton with Coastal Electric Cooperative. I saw him sitting there with Lisa. Believe you me, they always step up.
Yeah, they really
remarkable.
And there's so many pieces to the puzzle. I mean, obviously, you've got to get the school supplies, but then getting them to the bases so they can be taken to Afghanistan is just as important.
And
so,
they had trucks moving stuff anyway, so they put this on there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks very much.
It's been 3.5 months since the mother of a fallen Marine launched a project to help children in war-torn Afghanistan.
Captain Matthew Freeman was killed in a firefight there last year. His mother, Lisa, is honoring his dream to provide school supplies to children whose education has been interrupted by war. Well, the response to her foundation, the Matthew Freeman Project, Pens and Paper for Peace, has been so high that today she announced the Veterans Day 5K run has been pushed up a whole year.
These kinds of things help all of us, and I'm sure and I hope other Gold Star families help understand that there is a purpose for this when we see these children's faces and maybe change the attitudes of the people over there.
The 5K run will take place on Veterans Day, November 11th at 9 a.m. at the J.F. Gregory Park in Richmond Hill. You can register at www.freemanproject.org. There will also be a silent auction and inflatables for the kids at the park. We've also posted all the information on the military page of WSAV.com.
A local businessman helps to get school supplies to children in Afghanistan. The Matthew Freeman Project, Pens and Paper for Peace, collects materials for kids in war-torn countries. With so many donations, the organization really needed a way to transport them. Now a businessman that will make that possible with his connections. Our Deidre Johnson now with more in this Education Source report.
For Lisa Freeman, it is still hard to look at the video.
It's been over a year now, and we're all kind of hitting a point that it's been a little rougher than we thought.
Her son, Matthew Freeman, died serving overseas, leading her to create the Matthew Freeman Project, Pens and Paper for Peace. A program so successful, they collected almost 2 tons of supplies from a school in Gulfport, Mississippi, leaving them with no way to transport the supplies.
This has nothing to do with the cost of what goes in the container. The container is going to cost between $5 and $20, depending on, basically this size. It's going to cost between $5 and $20. It's going to cost anywhere between $50 and $60 to ship it.
Until the help from a local businessman who spoke to one of his friends, Jim Bassell from Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
called me back or emailed me back and said, would it help if I could get you a tractor-trailer truck to go to Mississippi and bring these supplies to Indiana? And of course, yes, that's just what we're looking for.
It took only 1 hour and 53 minutes for Mark's friend Jim to organize the trucks and the volunteers, helping to get 38 tubs of supplies overseas. Jim Bunn says they are now planning to be more aggressive in their fundraising efforts to get pens and papers to Afghan kids faster. The drive started right here in the Coastal Empire. Deidre Johnson, WJCL Fox 28, thecoastalsource.com.
Those supplies are currently on their way to Afghanistan. They're expected to arrive by Thanksgiving. A 5K run benefiting the Matthew Freeman Project is set for Veterans Day. It was originally scheduled for May and is now taking place in November. Organizers say they needed to raise funds to help transport all the school supplies. The Veterans Day event at J.F. Gregory Park in Richmond Hill includes a brunch and a silent auction.
Join us, continue the remarkable tradition that has already been established here in our community since Matthew asked me just 2 days before he was killed to bring pens and paper to the children of Afghanistan. And in doing so, I'm hoping to keep our military personnel just a little safer.
The 5K Run for Peace takes place November 11th at 9 a.m.